Good morning, pregame crew. How are you doing? It is Wednesday, May 17th, 2023, 6:22 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:22 a.m. Eastern Time. Welcome to the pregame show. This is a show where I get you prepped for the trading day. Together, we go through charts. I take a few chart requests. I go over indices, commodities, crypto, movers and shakers of the day, and I'm showing you exactly what I'm watching and what I have my eyes on. So let's do an audio visual check. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. Hello, Shake and Bake. Hey, Renaissance Man, Greg. Night Truck, Carlos, Wade, Bennett, Topher, Paul. Hey, Carlos, Casey. Where you been, Casey? Hey, Card Lady, Sir, Fernando, ER, Tess, Sam. Hey, Homebody. What did I do to Apple, Slow Devil? I just took all the air out of it, didn't I? Double daily inside bars, double D's. Hey, Josh, Derek, Sandor, Charman Dan, George. Hey, E Cubed, Tim Lyons, Dallas, Q. Good morning. All right, let's go back up to the top. Carlos, you say, here I am again, and I posted the song yesterday that QQQ is singing the song. It's the theme song is Here I Go Again on My Own, like White's with that White Snake song. It's been carrying the market on its back by itself. Okay, LTC, BTC, holla, notable strength. You're approaching resistance. So as a trader, if you're having problems being consistently profitable, let me show you the worst entry you can take, in my opinion, from my personal experience. This is one of the worst entries you can take, is up here near resistance when we're extended at daily overbought. That is the last place on a chart where I would go long. That is the first place on a chart I would go short. So let's get that out the way first. Volume is increasing, super healthy chart. Now, I say I'm a trend trader. So you ask, why wouldn't you get in long when this has so much strength? Because it is extended, and extended is subjective, and it's a feel, and it's when you've seen it over and over again. I've seen this movie before, and I know how it typically ends up. You're going to typically have healthy consolidation. Doesn't mean it will happen. So if you're looking for an entry in Litecoin right here at resistance, ain't it? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the hourly chart, and I'm going to map out some things. Okay. 4 hour. So I map this out, and I say, okay, this is the 4 hour 21 EMA. Now, that is where that should be the healthiest place to find an entry on a long on this strong chart. Look at this. This is a potential head and shoulders here on RSI. Is that a reason to short alone? Heck no. We're looking for confluence. We have that potential head and shoulders on RSI, and you're up here at daily resistance. If I gave this to my 7-year-old nephew and said, tell me where the last price level high that you see, and I just gave him a few instructions, he'd say $94.01, because that's where our clear resistance is. So I just can't instruct you to go long up here, and then you map out where are your takes, where are my entries, and if I'm wrong, where are my outs. So maybe at the hourly 50 EMA, that's an aggressive, and the more conservative is at the 4 hour 21 EMA. First 15-minute oversold here. They front ran it looks like. So then you may have to wait for first hourly oversold. And then you're going to have JOMO. If it continues to run without you, you're going to have joy of missing out, and you're going to smile and wave. Because if you can't get your entry at the right location for the right risk to reward ratio, you smile and wave. Okay, let me go back up to the top. XBI. I like your thinking, Wave. 5-minute overbought is happening during extended hours, and you know that we tend to ignore that because we want it to happen during regular trading hours on higher volume. So 85.49 is your most aggressive price take, and then your second one is 85.90. 15-minute overbought would be around 85.75. That matches up to 85.90. So 15-minute overbought will be your more conservative entry. And so Wave is asking about a reverse back burner top fish. And if you don't know what a back burner is, you can Google Chart Guys, back burner, YouTube, and Dan did a beautiful video on it. We can always wait for tightening ranges at resistance and then take that EQ break. So we're not just looking at a level. We're just not looking at RSI. We're also looking for patterns within that. EQs that break bear, stair step patterns that break bear. When you're looking for a bearish entry for the higher time frame, most likely scenario, you use shorter term time frames and either patterns, meaning head and shoulders, and I'm trying to think, inverse cup and handle. You're looking for the pattern or a tightening range that breaks bear on a lower time frame for your entry. Okay. Apple double daily inside bars, and we'll go over that. And real quick, I'll cover this just a couple of times. My job here is to educate you. My job is not to sell to you. If I sold to you every morning the entire 35 minutes, you would never come back because that would suck. I would personally hate doing it, and you would hate listening to it. So I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just saying sign up right here at this link for a free month of the swing report. This is a swing report that we have 4 key players that work on: Dan, Joey, Jungle Funk, Lamont, and myself. We do the swing report. We compile the swing report every weekend. We send you updates throughout the week on names we're watching, targeting our targets, our entry areas that we're looking at with video explanations. So sign up on that link and get your free month of the swing report. And there is no obligation. You do have to cancel before the end of the 30 days if you don't want it. And you can cancel right there online. Good morning. Audio's fine? Okay, perfect. Okay, it's 6:30, and Bennett, I'm going to write yours down so I don't forget. GBP. You know what? I'm just going to do it right now because I love you, and I just misspelled that. GBPUSD. Okay, back burner overbought on the 5-minute. The dollar is, excuse my language, hella strong overnight. Very strong. So we have a daily downtrend. 4-hour downtrend just got oversold. This is a top fish setup. Looking for the hourly lower high. Typically, first 5-minute overbought. Boom. That's the area to look for that short. So if you entered on the break of 1.24564, that is the most logical short entry. On the weekly, I will say this is a super healthy weekly chart. So don't give it a lot of room if you're taking that short. And the other side of the equation is we have enough room for higher low now on the hourly. So if you're looking for that weekly higher low, you're looking to bottom fish 1.24215. If you're looking for the hourly lower high, you're entering short on the loss of 1.24564. Y'all ready to get started? Hey, Dallas. Aw, Hector, very nice. Yep, we had data at 8:30. It was kind of boring. We had a boring economic day. Same here, only your right speaker. Okay, I have not done anything to my microphone, but I will test it after I am done. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori, and I am part of the Chart Guys community. We teach technical analysis. We teach different trading setups, different approaches, different styles on how to approach a chart using the left side of the chart, what's already happened, in this case over here, to predict what is the more likely scenario on the right side. That short would have worked out really well. To use probabilities, not predict, but to use probabilities to determine the most likely scenario here in the Taylor Swift blank space is what I like to call it. So we're historians. I call myself jokingly a chartographer. You know, the cartographer, the people who create maps. This is a map. This is history. What has happened historically? And it's mapping crowd psychology of greed and fear. And humans have not changed in thousands of years. Japanese candlesticks, they date back, I should know this, I have the book, hundreds of years. I actually will look that up, and so I know it from here on out. But human psychology doesn't change. When you see the greed, the tulips, Teslas, houses, whatever it may be, Gucci's, people have greed and they just pile in, and it is a matter of supply and demand. So the act of trading is an active auction. There's always an active auction where someone is saying, I am willing to pay for Apple. Come on, my thing is too long. For Apple right now, wow, what a pullback. I'm willing to pay $171.12. That's what the market is telling you Apple is worth right now. And you're like, no. Apple's worth $300. That's the book value with the PE ratio, with the multiple, discounted cash flows. No, it's worth what people are willing to pay for it, period. I would say your TCG membership is worth $1,000 a month. That's what I would say. $1,000 a month. If you are part of TCG, and I'll get back to that in a minute about the auction process, but yesterday on Microsoft, I posted my entry here in Microsoft Long. I posted that at 7:31, 1 minute and 8 seconds after the market opened. I entered this 33 seconds after the market opened. I'm in calls. I'm exiting more, and then I'm out. I'm posting my entry and exit. If you followed that and you took 15 calls, you made more than $1,000. So that's why I say TCG is super valuable. But that's, of course, my bias. Yeah, hit the like button. Perfect, Bennett. So whatever in life, your house, if you think your house is worth $2 million, if somebody is only willing to pay $1.5 million and you've had it on the market for 4 months, that tells you your house is only worth $1.5 million. And that's what's happening every day with the market, is it's a live auction. I am currently short NASDAQ. So I am short NASDAQ, and I'll tell you my entry. I'll show you here. Here is my 13,507.75. I am short NASDAQ there. Why am I short NASDAQ? Because we are up against, now again, I don't trade trend lines. Logic tells me these names have been running for a long time. Here, 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 and here. And it was unable to make an hourly higher high when the other major indices could. So I took a short, and I'm showing you my entry so you know I'm not playing Captain Hindsight. That was less than 10 points ago. So if you wanted that trade, you could still take it, and your stop would be over 13523. Could this trade totally mess up if McCarthy comes out or the White House comes out and says we have a deal on the debt ceiling? Yeah, it could all go bust, and that's okay because I accept all outcomes, and as a trader, we must. So I'm going to kind of zoom out here, and I want to really show you this. So connecting the actual top of the wick up here, and if I delete this EQ that I drew out so you can really see it, you see how we were unable to get a candle close above that trend line? And then the lack of the hourly higher high when ES got it. RTY got it. YM got it. So I've been telling you NASDAQ strong, 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 strong. And then today I'm picking on the biggest bully, fully aware of it, but it's because price action showed me that that's the name to pick on. So NASDAQ is not getting that higher high. That is warning, warning, warning. You have a potential issue. Am I annoying today or what? I'm annoying myself. That's when you know you're annoying, when you annoy yourself. Okay, we have this 4-hour tightening pattern, and I'm not trying to play, what's a famous psychic? I can't even think of one because I don't do all that. But I'm not, what's that jersey? The Long Island medium? I'm not the Long Island medium or the Louisiana medium, but I can tell you we should get a break by 4 a.m. on Friday. Actually, by 8 a.m., the end of that 4-hour candle. And that just tells me that we could dink around in here all the way up to this point, and by that time, we should get a break. Do you see this pressure building? I know right now, playing it forward, I love the game Play It Forward. I tell y'all, visualize what you want your day to look like at the end of the trading day. When you start your day, what do you want it to look like? That you took the right location. You knew your outs before you were in. You stay focused on the setups that were in your playbook, and you took those trades. I am visualizing and playing it forward that when this breaks, at whatever point it does, I'm going to have an opportunity to make profits. I'm going to have a great opportunity because of the pressure building. This is the only chart you need to see today. Don't leave and run away and like, okay, I saw the chart, I'm going. But this is all we need to see. Now, you could even look at RSI. Look at it. RSI says we're going to break today. Do y'all see that? The intersection of this tightening pattern is, that's not exact. Would be sometime this evening that we would break. I am waiting for these debt ceiling talks to hit a fever pitch. And if they come out and say that they were unable to reach a deal and we actually go into default, that would be, it's happened 5 times in our history. So I can't say it's unprecedented, but it would be a major break to this market. And I think it would be a bearish. So if we look at ATR, look at the ATR, $47.81 on the daily. It has not been this low on ES since September of 2021. Average true range of the market. It has been a long time. So this gets me excited. It tells me I have very limited opportunities on the ETFs. Very limited. If you're a futures trader, you've been banging your head against the wall because we've just been so confined. You're not getting your range. No matter what I do, don't let me delete these lines, folks. It is out of character for me to buy at open, Slow Devil. Yes, it was it would be the lowest price on open. Very out of character for me to buy. And I was really wanting MU, but MU had bare volume right at the open. I want to show you daily. The yellow candles are daily inside bars, and we had double daily inside bars. And with the pressure that was building on Microsoft, and it's still building, it hasn't even released bullish or bearish. Look at this. And some of you were in here when I took this trade. This one back here. Do y'all remember that one? when it was compressing back here and I took this pop on that day. That was my Queen of the Mountain trade. I know very, 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 very specific setups that I'm watching. Very specific. And Microsoft was it. It was one of those, it happens once a week, those type of clear setups where I am going out on a limb. I'm putting it in chat. I'm telling everyone I'm in. It doesn't mean it'll work out. It just means that's a high conviction Queen of the Mountain setup for me. And it didn't even take a ninja. I guess you'd have to be quick typing, but it wasn't a ninja style trade that was difficult. That was pretty easy. Well, we have that set up today with Apple and SPY. I feel like I'm all over the place. So if this is your first time here, just know that I'm always like this. I'm never linear. Hi, Norma in Mexico. Bonjour, Al. Okay, back to the indices. On ES, your resistance is the high of this move, 4140. Do you see what's overhead? The Great Wall of Louisiana, the 50 MA here on the hourly chart, and the 200 MA. Reason number 412, I'm in a NASDAQ short. And we're bouncing right now, and if I get taken out, so be it. Whatever, I'll look at it again later. I'll shake it off, and I'll look at it again later. Okay, NASDAQ, I'm considering this an hourly EQ. That was a break of $3 on a $13,000 instrument. That does not make a bear break. Resistance 13523. My stop is above that and at 13525 area. Support 13474. Why do I say area? Because if I'm doing a smaller volume name and I tell everyone where my stop is, I get front ran. So if there's a bunch of people following me, I don't want to be front ran on my stops. And I entered and I typed it yesterday on Microsoft, by the way, 30 seconds later. I'm not front running you on entry by a bunch, but it would be stupid for me not to take the entry. If I see it, I take it and then I post it. Okay. RTY is weak. We're even further away from the hourly EMA, hourly moving averages. Bearish support 1741. This is not a good looking chart. 4 hour lower high, the more likely scenario. If you wanted to pick on RTY instead of NASDAQ, I'd get why you would. And I said I was going to stop using sports analogy so often. Bennett, you're going to choke me. But when I was looking at this morning, I post the heat map in our chat room every day. Look at all the red, y'all. That ain't rocket science. Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, Amazon holding up the market. Okay, 4 big names. 4 big names. If you're a basketball player, and especially if you're a basketball player and you played rec ball or played for a small high school like I did, I graduated with 10 people public school. Sometimes we'd show up to tournaments with only 7 players. And if one got injured, one fouls out, another one gets sick, and you're playing, they will let you play with 4 players. They will let you play. In small towns, at least they will. Or you can forfeit, of course. But you can play with 4 players. Have you ever tried to play a basketball game with 4 players guarding 5 people? You last about 2 quarters, even if you're in the best shape, because you are worn the slap out. So we've talked about this analogy yesterday about the 4 big names holding us up, and they've been rotating responsibility to a degree, but pretty much the same names. But we didn't talk about the toll that takes on those names. They're due a breather. So if our big 4, our big names take a breather, then that means every other sector has to get off their duff and hold up this market. Or otherwise we go down, and we go down fast. If you can't tell, I definitely have a bearish tone today. And I need to show you my table. No, I am not long on the ES. Not long on ES at all. Okay, so even though my table says bullish, I have Bitcoin highlighted again today. I shouldn't have semis highlighted today. That was a mistake. XLF and XLV, they have so much work to do to help lift this market, and Bitcoin is signaling a risk off mentality because of Bitcoin's bearishness. So we have definitely more points today for the bears. And despite this yielding a bullish result, where we are positioned on the market, I'm looking for those 4-hour lower highs. 4-hour lower highs are the more likely scenario. And you could use reverse back burners to target those. But again, ETFs are not going to be your best friends. Your best friend are the volatile names like WAL, PACW, Riot, Mara, Nat Gas. I understand that the ETFs are not moving. And we have people saying, hey, I don't see as many posts in chat as I normally see. Y'all normally have more posts in chat. Why? What's going on? Well, it's because there's not as much opportunity with these tightening ranges. You have to go to the individual names, sectors that are seeing volatility to get your movement. Otherwise, it's tough. Microsoft, I got my movement within 10 minutes, pop and out. So your opportunities are getting more and more limited. And when this range opens back up, it opens up the floodgate for more opportunity. Okay, as far as economic events, building permits is over. That is over. Housing starts is over. And we have crude oil inventories at 10:30 and 20-year bond auction at 1. And then, of course, at any time of the day, we can have regional bank headlines that if they're negative, that is bad for the market. And then the big question mark is these debt ceiling talks. Okay. 1 second. I'm looking to see if I was stopped out yet. Nope, close to getting stopped out on NASDAQ short. All right. Hang Seng was down 2% last night. DAX is up 0.29%. I'm reading my notes on the other screen. I have all my notes typed out for the pregame show to keep me on track, and I copy and paste these for TCG members when I am done. If you're just now joining us, welcome. Hit the like button, and then there is a link up here for a free trial swing report sign up. You can click this link and sign up for a free month of the swing report. And Dan, myself, Lamont, Joey Jungle Funk, we work on the swing report every weekend, and we bring to you the very best picks that we see. So that's pinned in chat. And I didn't look over at TradingView chat. Let me make sure everything's okay over there. Good morning, Surge, G-Money. Thoughts on SPY? That's funny. I'm reading stories about y'all's basketball. Okay, so I went over indices. I have 11 minutes to land the plane. So let's go over Bitcoin. Bitcoin is bearish. We have a downtrend on the 4-hour chart. Daily chart's a potential bear flag. Potential bear flag on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is weak. Resistance 27678, support 25810. Bitcoin, for me, is providing a, what do you call them when they send smoke signals, like warning you? And I don't know if y'all do this where you're from. In the South, we flash our lights if there's a cop. You know, if there's a cop on the side of the road, once you go past that cop, you blink your headlights at the next car to let them know there's a cop ahead. It's the friendly thing to do in the South. Yeah, we all got our dust busters too. What do you know? Fuzz busters. That's what they call it, fuzz busters, where you don't want to get speeding tickets. Okay, so for me, Bitcoin is sending a smoke signal. Warning, warning. This is risk off. The market is looking shaky, essentially. There are videos that go over. So Lamont makes a video and it's on our website. So if you're a member of the Swing Report, you can log into the website and you can see all of the different videos, the different sections, market wins, tide pulls, and then the trade opportunities for the week. You'll click on trade opportunities and it'll show you each pick, what the targets are. You can set alerts for it and we'll email you when the alerts are hit or triggered. And then you can click on the video where Lamont explains why it's a pick in our Swing Report and what we're looking for. All right, Ethereum, potential daily bear flag. This is weak. 1737.76 is your next support. So if you don't trade crypto and you wanted to short Bitcoin, you could look at BITI. That could be a great opportunity today for a long. So essentially you're going short Bitcoin by going long the short ETF. And if that doesn't make any sense to you, don't worry about it. You don't need to trade it. If that doesn't make sense to you, don't trade it. Okay, let's go to our commodities. Gold is super weak. We're losing the daily 50 MA. 4 hour is in a downtrend. Hourly in a downtrend. Okay, let me remind y'all. What am I looking for? Gold would be another bull darling if we were to get it doesn't, I shouldn't say it will. It could get bullish action if we get another regional bank failure headline. We look to gold, Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin miners. It's worked the last 2 times. Every time we get a regional bank headline, it will work less and less. Because typically it happens the first time. The second time is a great opportunity. Third time it's not as great. So gold is bearish. So don't misunderstand me. Gold is bearish. However, if we get a regional bank failure headline, I would watch my gold shorts. I would be looking for gold for a potential long. Your next support below the low of the morning, 1985, is 1982. Weekly is still fine. 1980 is the number. That was a good year from what I can remember. I was little, but man, that was a good year. Actually, 1984 is like my first memories. That was Mary Lou Retton. Okay, I digress. 1980 is your support. Silver, I don't need to go over silver. Oil broke the weekly inside bar bearish. Daily higher low got set, but we were unable to make a lot of headway. Oil will be a tough read today with inventory. We do still have that potential 4 hour inverse head and shoulders. If I had to put one in a textbook, this would not be it because it is ugly. But we have support down here at 70.04. Bears will be looking for a top fish here against 71.79, looking for that 4 hour lower high. Nat gas still has a daily uptrend. We're 4 hour lower high is the more likely scenario. Bears will be waiting here for a potential short against 247. That could be a decent trade idea. Yes, I'm saying we're in a daily uptrend, but I'm saying that the bulls gave too much back. So on a pullback, on a bounce, a 4 hour lower high is the more likely scenario compared to 247. Apple double daily inside bar, top watch for me. So let me copy this real quick. I just want to give you a snippet of my notes. So you see we have double daily inside bars. Okay, so this is what I'm watching. These are from my notes. And TCG members, I'll give this to you when I'm done. All my notes. Apple, daily uptrend and second daily inside bar. 4 hour sideways action. Hourly EQ and stuck under 50 MA. Daily double and whatever, double D's. My Queen of the Mountain top watch. We are breaking bearish. Shoot. You little. I don't like it when it breaks bear during pre-market. So for me, this trade is somewhat busted and I wait for a bounce to potentially short because I want to get the break during regular trading hours. That's when it works better. Dang it. Kicks the cat. I don't have a cat, y'all. Amazon monthly trend change, potential 4 hour bull flag. I don't see a clear setup on that one. Nvidia golden pocket retrace yesterday. This is another top watch for an hourly lower high, looking for a short on Nvidia. Tesla, bulls were pretty peppy this morning. Are they still peppy? Yeah, they're still peppy. So let me just go over these real quick. AI, hourly lower high. This is my other Queen of the Mountain, Baba. And if you, Queen of the Mountain just means it's a setup I like more than all the other charts I looked at this morning. And I probably scan 200 charts in the morning looking for these setups. And I run scans looking for charts. Baba, Hang Seng is down over 2%. Potential hourly bear flag. Actually, that's my other queen of the mountain. I have Baba up here. And most mornings, if I've done all my homework, you'll look up here and it'll tell you what I'm watching. I have my charts already keyed up and marked up, ready for the trading day. And here's what I'm watching. I always watch Apple and Tesla. XLV, I think, is the key to the market. And I think I have a personal bias, so I'm not like pounding the table, but I think XLV holds the key for market bulls to finally break out of this range bullishly. If XLV doesn't participate, I'm looking for a bear break. Baba, I like bearish. Hang Seng down 2% last night, potential bear flag. Microsoft, hourly lower high top fish. That's another queen of the mountain. And MU, hourly lower high top fish setup. So that's all the things I'm watching. So Apple, I'm looking for a lower high top fish now. As long as, did you get stopped out? Not yet. As long as 13525 is resistance in NASDAQ, then I'm looking for an Apple top fish on a bounce. Amazon, I don't like the setup. We're holding too well. I don't want to go long here, but I don't want to top fish 114.79 because that was a great day. They had a great day yesterday. Paul, I did say earlier that I post after I take an entry, but I don't post all setups. I post my setups that are 8 out of a 10 as far as conviction level. I post those setups where I'm doing speculative things. Like I am still running my SPX selling premium, and it did not go well January and February at all. So I'm glad I didn't post my experiment July through December, and then I'm glad I didn't start posting my entries because the wheels came off and I'm having to tweak my strategy. So I'm careful about what I post because I want to make sure I know when I post it, I can sometimes get a lot of people follow me. And so I'm very cognizant of that responsibility. So most of my posts are in short setups, general chat, or commodities. Nvidia. Love the setup. Looking for that lower high compared to 29870. And it may not work. NASDAQ is getting a really good bounce right now. It may not work. But when you're going to retrace back to the golden pocket and give up almost all of that beautiful move yesterday, you better bet your bottom dollar I'm going to look for a top fish. That's just logical here. Tesla. Need to get over yesterday's high during regular trading hours. It looks more bullish than not. I don't see a clear setup. AI is a clear setup for me. Looking for a top fish against yesterday's high. So 2403 was an intraday resistance. That could provide resistance, or 2486. And if the market's going to be strong like this, we're up here testing 13525 right now. I almost got stopped out. I'm close to getting stopped out here. Then I won't attempt these shorts and I'll look for longs on stronger names like Tesla. Baba right here, 87.98 represents the 50% retrace of yesterday's move that you could look for a top fish in that area. Okay, now NQ's pulling back at resistance. 88.57 would be that next area. It's only down 0.9% and Hang Seng was down 2%. I think this is a very logical short. Microsoft, looking for that short here if the market's pulling back against the high of yesterday due to the size of this pullback here. That's not a healthy pullback. It's not healthy. So it's not healthy. I'm looking to top fish it. MU, looking to top fish 64.69 at intraday resistance. And XLE, I think first 15-minute overbought could be a great, let me set my alert. Oh, it's 7:01. Dan's live. I got to go. All right. Thank you for joining me. I'm sorry I didn't get to all the chart requests. Yeah, exactly, Joka. However, I need to wrap up. Dan's live. We go live in our chat room 3 times per day. And you can give me a follow on Twitter at ChartGallery. And I appreciate you being here. You stop losses.